Hello. Just about caught me not ready. How you doing? This is a full video all about Mai Summer Vue. If you don't know me, I'm Danny Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and I'm here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. If there was anyone that looks like she's an innocent victim, it would be Mai Summer Vue. She's not a victim, she's a predator, and she goes after people who don't know much about the internet, have religious beliefs, and she preys on them. She's like that praying mantis that eats their partner's head after they've satisfied themselves. That's not a very good illustration, Danny. But anyway, she's not a nice person. She was actually the right-hand lady for Sam Lee. Now, Sam Lee, if you don't know him, lives in Dubai. He was detained by Dubai authorities for 60 days just recently for his involvement. Well, I don't actually know why he's detained, to be honest. But anyway, he's released now and he claims he's a free man. But the Americans have charged Sam Lee in his connection to a $1.9 billion Ponzi scheme called HyperVerse. And that's where I come in. I did my YouTube apprenticeship doing videos back-to-back about HyperVerse, HyperNation, HyperCapital, HyperTech Group, HyperPlanet, HyperCosmos, Diversal, you name it, I've done videos on it. In fact, I've got 2,000 videos, which probably all are linked together to similar or like-minded scams that people like Mai Summer Vue think she has a right to promote. Recently, she has been promoting a Ponzi scheme called Beonbit. And Beonbit's been going for about 16 months. And just yesterday, we had a YouTuber that had been promoting that Ponzi scheme. We exposed him to an inch of his life, and he deleted his YouTube channel. This guy, Steve, hopefully he's going to be an Avenger if he sees the light, rather than continuously promoting these Ponzi schemes and scams and thinking he's got a right to. Mai Summer Vue's been promoting one of those opportunities that's been going for 16 months. Now, in this video, we've actually got the person that introduced Maya to the opportunity. And it looks like he's imposing someone of influence, which seems to be a Portugal guy. I've just been working on this furiously for the last half an hour before I go live. So a lot of the information is going to be popcorned out to you, unfortunately. And hopefully I can get some sort of structure about what we're about to do. Now, in the meantime, there's a couple of things that you can have a look at. I just want to address one of the comments in the room, Jelly Snack, thank you very much. I have been corresponding via Instagram to this guy who's meant to have introduced Mai Summer Vue to Beonbit, and he is telling me that even dark promotion is welcomed when they are promoting these Ponzi schemes and scams. So since he's been corresponding with me, the dark promotion that he was relishing, for use of a better word, he's decided to block me on Instagram. But fortunately enough, I'm much more clever than the average bear, and this is on a different web browser, and this is the guy and his family who is meant to have introduced Mai Summer Vue to an Australian opportunity. The videos that we're going to show you are a poor a guy that's meant to be born and bred in Australia with a terrible Western European accent. And we're getting pretty clever with AI these days, and the videos that we're going to show you will show you would have to have a brain the size of a pea to believe for 1 minute that Beonbit is actually a proper, genuine opportunity. Now, if that is the case, then why is Mai Summer Vue promoting it, and what's her motive? Now, it's not going to be all about Beonbit. In fact, this is my database, and this is what we do. We go after people. This guy here actually just messaged me yesterday. In fact, he booked a service from me where I go in and do reviews on Ponzi schemes or potential Ponzi schemes. I call everything a Ponzi scheme. But if you are thinking about investing in any opportunity, I am looking for a way to monetize what I'm doing. And ironically, that particular guy that I just had in front of on my screen had come along to my Buy Me a Cup of Coffee site and decided to book a service called Investment Review and Scam Exposure, which is funny, but he didn't pay. So then I started corresponding with the guy, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided to do a search on his name, and then I found that his name comes up when you search for him on Google. And you can see here, and this is what we're doing, we're literally name and shaming these people who are associated with Ponzi schemes and scams. And this is what we're doing with Mai Summer Vue today. But he comes up here, so I clicked on this link, and I was curious, why he was in here. Now, by default, I don't normally have a file on everyone, even though I have got a file on 400 people. So I searched for his name, and here he is in a Zoom meeting promoting investment opportunities. Here he is, a photo of him, would you believe, with the one and only Jan Gregory. And then I realized that he now tells me in a message, I have to read it to you, it's comical. He comes back to me and he says, "I'm not looking to get money back from anybody, just looking to get my name removed off your article you have. I was scammed, lost a lot of money, not a scammer." And then I get this reply back.
"So much of this information is inaccurate on your site. I met these guys on the trust that the programs worked, until they didn't, and I lost a lot of money."
So he's claiming that information on my website is incorrect, but here we have seen him in videos actively engaging. I'm just going to read my reply to him because it's fantastic.
The classic "I was just a victim."
Oh, I shut it down. So it just basically said the classic I'm a victim rule. Oh, no, I've got it back in again now and I can't help myself.
P.S. And the promises of 100% returns. You weren't just scammed, Colin. You were selling the dream right alongside the dreamers. Funny how the memory gets foggy when the heat's on. You say so much of the info is inaccurate. Care to specify what? Exactly, because your name, your face, and your marketing pitch seem to be in perfect sync across Novum AI, CMB, and now Novum World. The receipts are everywhere, and unlike your investments, they're not going anywhere. But hey, if you'd like to go on record and clarify your role before we publish the full expose, the mic is yours.
Yeah. Don't give me ideas, Jelly Snacks. You said I should call the guy live. That would be funny. But this is what's happening, guys. I'm building a database here of all these people. They are getting involved in these scams, giving it a go at promoting it to their friends and family, making a little bit of commission. A couple of years go by, and then I get messages from people telling me that they're sorry, and they now want me to remove them. Well, if you get to be on one of my YouTube videos, will you get to be in my database, will you get to be on one of my blogs that you see on my website, then you are basically named and shamed for life. Now, if that is the case and you're one of those people, can you help us fight these scammers? You must all have contact details to scammers and people like him. So, damn it, guys, I'm not ringing him. This is all about Mai Summer Vue. Oh, what the heck, let's ring him up. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the story is. Okay, just let's see. You're naughty, guys. You're naughty. You make me do stuff I shouldn't do. Let's find him and give him a ring and see if he wants to talk to us. Here we go. Can you hear that? You can. Good. He's in Canada. Are they awake in Canada at the moment? Why? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make it so that you guys can see the phone call, just in case it gets good. One minute, please. Call up. Hey, Bob. Do you want to ring him? He might be watching us right now. Here he is. The man. So it's Colin. There we go. How about that for a bit of technology? Yeah. So Colin's not answering his phone at the moment, but he might ring us back. But that'd be quite cool. But I'll tell you what I will do Bob. I'll give you his phone number, and you can give him a ring if you like. How's that sound? All right. So I'll just do that now, so Bob can have a wee ring. You can copy. Oh, there you go, Bob. Oops, sorry, put it in the main area. Sorry about that. Right, with Bob and Bob. Back to Tugman, and his name is Colin. I have to spell it for him. Colin. Right, so my point is you're not going to escape, once you've been named and shamed. But in saying that, I might go lightly on you, and I'm not being an arrogant Nancy Pansy here, but I might go lightly on you if you want to become a scam fighter with us and help us scam. Now, we've got a good example of this. Now we're not 100% sure what's happened to our friend Steve Colwyn's YouTube channel, but if you went to, it looks like he's deleted it, which is good. And if you click on Digital Gene, you can see that he deleted his YouTube channel yesterday, which is fantastic, so good on him. But I still have another video that I want to do on him, because we've discovered some atrocious things. We've got 51 sound files that he's been using to lure people into investment opportunities. So let's go back to what we have. So first of all, let's just bring up the database that we have on Mai Summer Vue. So Mai Summer Vue was living in Dubai, and she decided it was a good idea to run out of all her money. Her son, Andrew, and her were living in Dubai in an apartment paid by Sam Lee. She, one point, complained that the apartment was too small, so Sam upgraded her to a larger apartment. I got on a video with her, which was friggin' hilarious, even if I may say so myself, and I interviewed her. And I basically called her out.
Like I said, with VAVE, it was a mistake, and Sam admitted that it was a mistake that he did not separate the two platforms.
Right. Okay. I get you. Now I want to do some stats with you.
Explanation.
I want to do some stats with you, and I want to help you understand that We Are All Satoshi is a total scam. And I've been doing number crunching about that. And maybe you can I'm going to get to the want to have a conversation. Or do we really want to help people? Because I've got more people coming to me telling me, there you go again.
I do. I want to help people, just like you. We are helping people in different ways. But I can tell you.
So I get all the shit people, you see. I get all the people that are crying. When I was in the New York Times, an organisation came to me who fight Ponzi schemes. And they said they named one Ponzi scheme. 11 people had committed suicide from that Ponzi scheme. I have lost 2 people in my family to suicide. Do you care about that?
I do care about that.
Right. Well, people who are getting involved in what you are promoting are killing themselves. And I believe the blood is on your shoulders. Because you are going into people's houses with Zoom, telling them false promises, and they are losing all their money, and they're killing themselves. And you are, to my eyes, a murderer. And don't say no, because the company that contacted me had 11 people commit suicide because of your Ponzi schemes.
Danny, it's not fair for you to say that about me.
It's true, and you're not listening to me.
First of all, I teach people how to have options. Okay.
I'm telling you that people are committing suicide because they lose all the money, hoping they're going to get rich from your get-rich-quick opportunities. I'm telling you, and you're not listening to me. You don't want to hear the truth. You cannot handle the truth. This is like Jerry Maguire.
No, I listen.
Yes, I don't mince my words, and that was a true statement. I mean, I was in the New York Times. I did a full-page spread on me and my quest to name and shame individuals like Mai Summer Vue. And this organisation did ring me and did tell me that 11 people they tracked had died by suicide because of these one investment opportunity. So I've gone in there and I've confronted her. She wanted that interview that we did to clear her name. She believes that she's got a right to promote opportunities. And she's actually fought back as best she could. And it wasn't. So we went to Ponzi Scheme Promoters. So she's actually set up a YouTube channel, and she's posting videos pleading with people to report my YouTube channel. She's now got 6 subscribers and she's done 7 videos, and they're all about, Danny DeHeck, please stop harassing me. She thinks I'm harassing her. All I want her to do is to delete her YouTube channel and stop promoting these Ponzi schemes and scams to people, just like we had Steve do yesterday. He deleted 300 videos that he produced in 12 months. And we were amazed that he did that, and good on him for doing so, but he hasn't showed any remorse. The reason he did that, I believe, is because we contacted 2 government departments in Canada and 30 news and media outlets and linked to his YouTube channel. Originally, we gave him the opportunity to come in here and answer why he feels he has a right to promote all these opportunities. He came out and finished up publishing 5 additional videos. The first video was he's been scrutinized and he's not going to talk about anymore. And then he published 4 other videos, and now he's deleted the whole YouTube channel. And he's told me not to contact him again. He wants it all to go away. Do you want it all to go away? So Mai Summer Vue here, we have recordings of her. We have enough evidence to go to the local authorities. We've got photos of her doing what she thinks she's allowed to do. Why are these people allowed to do it? Why do they think they can do what they want when it comes to a Zoom connection? I mean, am I allowed to do what I'm doing? It's just ridiculous. Now, I've got every bit of information I need about her, but no one's going to stop her. I even know where her house is, where her Airbnb is that she's got. We know we've got photos of her children and stuff like that. We're not really saying we're going to do stuff like that. I've got yelling phone calls at her, but she still continues to promote a Ponzi scheme called Beonbit. Now, first of all, this is a video which I thought was secret, and I uploaded it to my YouTube channel just before we went live. And this is the guy that's meant to have introduced her to. And the sound was really bad, but it seems to have been cleaned up since I've uploaded it. So I'm just going to play this for a second.
Possa começar esse trabalho de hoje. Sejam bem-vindos a todos. Espero que...
Now, I've understand that it's Portuguese. I don't know if for some reason I'm thinking he's Jewish. I have no idea. But this guy is the guy that meant to have introduced Mai Summer Vue to Beonbit. So let's just listen to what this is.
Good evening, everyone. May the Most High God turn our difficulties into ease. Let's wait for people to start joining our live session so we can begin today's work. Welcome to all. I hope you all participate, ask your questions, and it's always good to have you here with us.
Right, so here's a guy in the name of his Most High God, whoever it is. So these guys prey on the people who have religious beliefs because they're vulnerable to believe what people say. This guy is meant to be the person that introduced Mai Summer Vue to Beonbit, which is her latest Ponzi scheme and scam. So if I go through his now this is where it gets a bit tricky. I don't know whether this guy is actually the same guy. However, he is wearing the same pink shirt. So I can only believe that this guy's lifestyle looks pretty glitz and glamoury to me. And obviously there's, he's religious. It does seem to be the same guy. I mean, I don't think we can deny the video that I just showed you. He's even wearing the same pink shirt. So he really does like those pink shirts, doesn't he? So this guy I corresponded with, and he basically told me he liked black marketing. And black marketing is people like me exposing him for what he's doing. So that pink shirt there is a pretty much dead giveaway that there could actually be exactly the same shirt. So it does look like a polo shirt, and polo shirt meet polo shirt. So, okay. So, and this is this Arabic? I don't know. I'm not clever enough to, I never studied anything at school. I actually went there to eat my lunch, and occasionally I did have a funny story happen to me though when I were younger. My mum said, did I enjoy my lunch? And I went, yeah, it was great. And she said, well, I put paper in between your sandwiches today because I know you throw them out. So my mum never made me lunch from that day forward. But the idea was I used to always throw my bread in the rubbish tin, my sandwiches, because I didn't like bread. And then when I got a bit older, I realised that I actually were lactose intolerance, and gluten's not my best friend. I just thought it was a funny story. So that may have been why at the young age I weren't eating my lunch. But I thought it was quite funny. My mum was clever enough to put paper in between my sandwiches to pull my bluff. Because if I did eat my sandwiches that day, I would have been eating paper. Funny story anyway, isn't it? All right, so let's get back to this. So, okay, so what does that matter? Well, now we've got the condemning evidence here somewhere, and this is, guess who?
And
Hello,
hi, good morning, good
hello
afternoon,
everyone.
good evening to all of
I'm
you.
glad, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to hear you. So today we can start our meeting, and I'd like to share my back office. So today we share our experience.
So, what sort of half-brained individual would listen to a guy like this who introduced you to an opportunity called Beonbit, and then you would then tell people in other videos we've got of her that she's now built a community up of 500 people. Now, this is not her words, this is her words telling us that she has now got a community together of 500 people, which is total bullshit. The last time we went and busted her in a Zoom meeting, she had about 15 people. And now when we go in there, she doesn't, she's got nobody. So it's just all lies and hype. But she's telling people. So if you go, I don't even know how to find her YouTube channel, actually. I must have a wee gander here. Megan Deep Sheep. I'll just see Sam Craig pays me. And after we had this YouTuber shut down his YouTube channel yesterday, it did actually give me hope that we can actually get these YouTubers' channels offline, whether they hit the delete key or we'd use other things. But it is about time for people. Oh, there it is. It is about time for people to actually, for YouTube to actually start policing what they're doing. So 10 days ago, a day ago, Mai Summer Vue still promoting Beonbit. That video that I just showed you was on the 4th of March. Sorry, 4th of April. Get my shit together. All right. So that video that we showed you where they're listening, I asked ChatGPT to give a summary of this nearly 90-minute Zoom session and asked what it was all about, because this was the guy that was, in it, and this is a summary. So we'll just have to read it. I have not read this yet.
Summary. In this nearly 90-minute Zoom session, Mai Summer Vue and Ali Mashni, also called HyperVerse, lead a slick, highly manipulative recruitment call for Beonbit, an unregistered, AI-themed crypto Ponzi scheme falsely claiming Australian legitimacy.
Right, and we'll show you that too. And I did make a false statement the other day, and I've got to fess up to it. I did say that we literally had people go into the building where Beonbit was, and there was no sign of them there. We are calling out to Australian to verify that there is no Beonbit offices in the address that they have on their website, so we can get some clarity. And I've also forgot to tell you that I did ask for a summary of the person that whistleblowed all this to me was worried about their life, which is a bit of a shame. And they gave me a whole lot of information, and I asked them for a summary of that, of what they were alleging this guy was. And I just want to read that because that's probably more important. And I have actually, in case I know the person that's given me this information has are probably watching right now, so I have actually left your name out of it. But thank you very much for providing us this information. But this is what they have concluded, not what I have concluded from their research. And this particular person has lost tens of thousands of dollars. I won't say the amount because it may trigger who it is, but tens of thousands of dollars.
Emergency Vehicle Revolving Light Summary of Allegations Against Mai Summer Vue and Ali Mashni, aka Richard Bates. Ali Mashni is impersonating someone else. The whistleblower alleges that Ali Mashni is not a real person, but is impersonating an Islamic preacher named HyperVerse from Brazil. They claim to have run a facial recognition check and determined that the image and video used in Zoom calls is stolen. The
Wow.
Zoom appearances are said to be deepfake video clips, edited to simulate a live interaction, tricking viewers into believing it's a real CEO.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Now, that is what they did express to me, and that's what I heard. So that's good. That's come out both ways clean. So yes, and this is what I'm saying. How easy it is to use AI to do things. I did a clip yesterday. Now I've got a photo. I've got to show you guys this. We're getting off target again, but that's kind of what I do, isn't it? So I sent this photo to ChatGPT, and I told it to basically use my face as a thumbnail because I'm about to broadcast a secret meeting and create a thumbnail. And this is what it come up with. Isn't that amazing? So that photo, from that photo there and my shirt, it produced this total AI. So AI is definitely getting amazing. Let's go to this one and listen to this one.
Mai Summer Vue is complicit. Initially, she claimed she didn't know who Ali really was and asked the source for proof. When proof was provided, she allegedly blocked the whistleblower, suggesting that she already knew and was covering it up. The source now believes that Mai and Ali are actively working together to promote Beonbit and mislead investors.
Yeah, so I can't tell you the full story, but basically Maya is not listening to the truth and she doesn't want to hear the words.
Fake identity and stolen content. The source provided a link to the original Instagram video from Haj Volta that Ali allegedly uses in manipulated Zoom recordings, claims that Ali is not Australian and uses a false accent to appear legitimate.
Yeah, so I showed you that video there. I will get rid of that video there, but I did show you that video, and that's the video that they provided me. I don't know if I've just done this.
Mai promised a refund for silence. The source says Mai promised a refund if he provided evidence that Ali was fake. After supplying the evidence, he received no refund and was blocked.
Well, there you go. That might have
Fear of retaliation. The whistleblower is scared for his safety and has asked for anonymity, stating that he has a family to protect. Beonbit CEO Richard Bates is fabricated. The source confirms that no social media presence or real identity exists for Richard Bates, suggests that Richard Bates is another layer of deception used to give Beonbit the appearance of legitimacy.
Yeah, now this Richard Bates guy, he claims that within 4 months they've actually managed to produce $2 billion worth of security funding, meaning if you lose your investment, they've got insurance to cover you in 4 months. These are the unsubstantiated claims people like Mai Summer Vue will actually believe. Now, I haven't done this. Now, Mai Summer Vue, you're probably watching me about now because I've given you 2 weeks to sweat over this video. If you do want to come on and defend yourself, there's the link to our live meeting. I'll just make sure the meeting is actually, the interview room is open. Where is it? The interview room is open. So anybody can join me on stage just by following that link. And I'll pin that comment to the top. And I would like some company if you want, even from Bob. Pin this message. It's now at the top of the screen. I didn't do a poll, did I? Maybe I need to do a poll after we'd finished this part. So basically, let's have a listen to the
interpretation. This anonymous insider is alleging a well-orchestrated deception involving identity theft, deepfake technology, and deliberate misinformation, all with the goal of making Beonbit appear legitimate. Mai Summer Vue is no longer just a promoter. This evidence suggests she is actively covering up a known fraud, blocking whistleblowers, and making empty promises of refunds in exchange for silence.
Now, don't you think that's kind of amazing? You know, like we're looking at a lady who has been associated with Sam Lee. Sam Lee's been charged by America for his connection to a $1.9 billion scam. Sam Lee's had a red poll notice issued. He's got detained in Dubai for 60 days, now let go, and he believes he's free, which is really interesting. And she still promotes Ponzi schemes and scams that are shadier than hell. You'd think that you would find something legitimate to do after your history and your background. She claims she gave $100,000 away to homeless people in third world countries. And what that was, she was giving away her free memberships to HyperVerse with HU dollars that she couldn't get off the platform. So she could create memberships and give them to the let's just say the poor people of the world, hoping that they would share them with their friends and family, and then she would benefit from the downlines of their sales or their commission sales. Isn't that crazy? And if you don't know anything about HyperVerse, they are giving away 52% of the money that went onto that platform went out to people like Mai Summer Vue. That's the commission referrals that all these scams are doing. Now, there's another scam out there that was called Boomerang. Boomerang claimed that if you buy a $500 arbitrage trading license, you would get $1 million worth of flash loan money to go and trade on the open market. And it was all decentralized platforms that you could trade on. Now, we fully exposed that website to doing all the fake arbitrage trading, and then the website went offline. When they closed down the DApp, as they call it, we would top up their wallet addresses that were feeding people the fake money, and systems would go again. Once we exposed that, the whole system shut down. They claimed that you could get a $500 arbitrage trading license and make $1,500 in a day. And they were telling people what you do is you get your $1,500 after the first day and you buy 3 licenses and make $4,500. If you follow that mentality, by the end of the year, even if you just consolidated it every 7 days, at the end of the year, you'd be a non-millionaire. And there wouldn't be enough money in the world for it to sustain itself. But people still bought these $500 fake arbitrage trading licenses, even though the system hadn't launched. And then when the system did launch, they were doing 300 Polygon transactions a minute. And Polygon rang up Chavis, the scammer that's been on Bloomberg, saying that he was associated with Visa and they weren't. See, it just keeps unraveling and it's hard to get back off track. But anyway, they rang him up and said that you're overloading the Polygon network. Could you please calm it down a little bit? So then he restricted everybody to 1 trade a day. And then people were getting between 20 and 60 cents every time they did their 1 trade a day. And they're using your $500 to pay it back. Eventually, the community got such in an uproar, he decided that he was going to refund everybody. Now, I don't know about you. Have you ever had anything refunded? You go into a shop and you use your credit card and you put it in there, and then the product has a fault or something's wrong with it, and you take it back. They get the store supervisor over and they do a reverse transaction and they say it has to go back onto the same account. But not in these scams. They say, we're going to refund you in the same worth of our BTCC token. So everyone's got these worthless BTCC tokens on a blockchain that isn't connected to the real world. You can't exchange them into anything. You can't get it back to fiat country. It's just a joke. Now that scheme started off as We Are All Satoshi, which Sam Lee started. Mai Summer Vue, we've got photos of her here. This is her promoting meetings of We Are All Satoshi. We Are All Satoshi had 30% of the money that you would put into these platforms went into a Vault Horizon, which was meant to be on a block. No one could touch that money. Well, you guessed it. That money disappeared. In fact, Chavis, the guy that's took over from Sam Lee, moved the money from the Vault Horizon from one vault to another one to prove that he had ownership of it. And then he took all that money out and put it into a bank called Casher Bank that was paying 36% per year. And then they was going to pay dividends out to people for 3% per month. And then they all get paid into the back end of We Are All Satoshi, but We Are All Satoshi had no money. So now We Are All Satoshi has rebranded themselves to Affiliate Marketing 3.0. And Affiliate Marketing 3.0 produced all these opportunities. And it just goes on and on. Anyway, I did get sidetracked, but the reason I started telling you about Boomerang is because when they went to refund the money from people who were so uproared, Carl Miller announced that 65% of the $500 that people were paying for these Boomerang licenses was going back to the affiliates. So only 35% of your money actually hit the platform. The rest of it was given away. So that means that $325 of your $500 was going to somebody who introduced you to it. So can you see why people like Mai Summer Vue actually want to promote these platforms, and they don't actually care that these platforms are true and genuine? It's just a joke. Anyway, so the last minute update we got just before we went live, I chucked that into ChatGPT, and I'm just going to read that and have a listen to see what it says.
Emergency vehicle revolving light last minute update. April 4th, 2025 straight from the inner circle. A confidential informant has just sent us an urgent video and message from one of Beonbit's internal training calls. The red flags don't stop. In the recording, concerns are raised about why Ali Mashni, aka the so-called CEO, refused to turn on his camera during a live session. This sparked suspicion among even some of Beonbit's most loyal participants. The official response? Brace yourself. We must help protect the owner of the account from harm's way. Don't let little things like not showing his face take away your confidence in the company. Let that sink in. Instead of transparency, they are asking followers to suppress doubts and believe in the vision without question. They are framing Ali's refusal to appear on camera as a security measure to protect him. Meanwhile, we've already exposed the fake identity, manipulated video, and lack of any verifiable credentials.
Right, so that, and then they attached this video. So this is the video of Mai Summer Vue and Ali Manson, who seems to be posing as this guy here. I mean, my point is that something shady is going on. I'm messaging the guy here. I believe he's the guy behind the whole scam, just going by what I'm hearing. Then you've got this guy in a meeting on the 4th of April, and this is obviously, I don't know what date we are now, but we're miles past that, aren't we? 18th of April, so this is 2 weeks ago. Then I've asked, oh goodness, did I get the rest of it? Textbook cut and go. I'll just, I don't know if I actually got, let that sink in. I think we'll just read that last paragraph without my words at the end of it. Just make sure we got it all, because we've got more exciting stuff after this.
This is textbook cult-level gaslighting. They even closed the motivational pep talk with this gem. While some doubt, others soar up the sky like eagles. Eagle, which one is you? Which one are you? The eagle blindly flying into a pyramid scheme, or the watchdog spotting the scam? Let's be clear. Refusing to show your face when you're supposedly the CEO of a company handling millions in investor funds is not leadership, it's evasion. We'll be playing the video clip shortly, and the contradictions speak for themselves. Be ready.
Yeah, no, we will. I'm trying to catch up with myself here. Quite interesting though, isn't it? What do you think of the chat room? This is, you can't make this shit up, is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to find Beonbit. So you got every Tom, Dick and Harry promoting Beonbit, and I'm trying to find their official, oh, you've got lots of people now starting to do scams. That's great. Revisited. So that's quite, this will be in India. But there was a video. Oh, there it is. This is what I wanted. There was a video. Oh, that's the video. Yeah, so this is a video of him walking around. Hopefully I'll get the right one. Doing a talk. Now, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, a company that's got 5,000 subscribers and 4 videos online does sound a bit strange. Now, I can't play all this because of the sound, but they interviewed him. Now, does this look like a proper professional video? This was them talking about how one of their top traders is a legend, and he guarantees that he has a strike rate of 96.7% success rate in all the trades he does. And then that contradicts what they're actually claiming they're doing, because they're using AI bots to do the trading. But whether they have human intervention, I don't know. But there was a meeting with him where he walks around the office, and I was hoping to find that actual video. And I don't know.
Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year.
Now, you heard the accent there, right? Does that sound like an Australian accent? Don't think so, Tim. I'm just going to go to playlists and see if I can find France, English. I just really wanted to find... No. I'm going to stuff up this video if I spend too long on this. But there was a video of him walking around. I don't know how much stuff I've listened to. You can see all my history now, can't you? Walking around the offices, talking and telling everyone his success. It was like his bio interview, where if you never thought he was a real, genuine person, you would listen to this and go, oh, that gives me total peace of mind. But when you have been doing these reviews on scams as much as myself, when I hear those videos, I'm horrified. The fact that somebody might actually believe that this guy was genuine, true, and real. Maybe it was that one there. No, not that one. Must be getting close though. Mai Summer Vue. But some of the research and some of the videos that I have to watch absolutely blow me away. Maybe it was that one there. Nope. Tour of the back office. Maybe it is the tour of the back office one. I think I would like to persevere with this. There he is. Brilliant. I have got it. So if you listen, hopefully it's got music.
Difficult decision.
So they've got all these bloody music all the way through it, which means I won't be able to play it because I'll allege copyright.
Very much fact of the community,
brilliant, no
which
music.
can change the world around itself.
How many people currently work at Beonbit?
At this very moment, there are more than 300 employees in Beonbit across the whole globe.
All right, so this is where we want someone. Oh, it says around the whole world. We want somebody to go into the Australian office and see if they actually exist.
How do your employees celebrate company success?
We're having a weekly meetings where everyone celebrates the birth of the greatest ideas we're having and sharing.
Do you have any traditions in the office?
Yeah, the one I just said. We're usually using one day in a week in order to have some kind of fresh ideas in order to make our systems even better.
How does the company make money?
Our company makes money by using artificial intelligence and the forecasting algorithms in order to make people's lives even better than it is right now.
So this guy's allegedly meant to be a born Australian. Now, if you want to listen to an Australian accent, I've got one here. Now, you'll laugh when I do this, but g'day, Carl. Look, I haven't spoken to you for a wee while. I've got this guy that says he's born and bred in Australia, and he's speaking with what seems like a Middle East accent. I just wanted you to listen to it and tell me whether you thought he was an Australian. And while you're there, why don't you give us a good old Australian saying that we can use?
Yeah, it's not easy to distinguish the accent. They sound similar. But I can identify that your friend is an idiot. He's the one that sounds like a scammer, not me. And how about that? I'm not your buddy, pal. Haha, did you like it? This is the most iconic Australian phrase.
You're brilliant. Have a listen to this, Carl. See what you think. Here we go.
Using artificial intelligence in financial transactions to make everything as accurate as possible.
It does sound familiar. I've heard it before, but I don't understand what this has to do with me.
Well, I'm just showing people what an Australian accent actually sounds like. And you're the only Aussie that I know that is my friend.
What can I say? I'm the most Australian Aussie you've ever met. I should teach you Australian accent. Yeah, mate, that guy is doing an impression of an Australian accent, but you can tell he's a foreigner. No one in ours talks like.
Nah. Well, that was Carl Miller, AI version of Carl Miller. But you get my point. So if you listen to this here and think for
Discussion area is my bread favorite because years ago I realized that the teamwork is the effort and ideas assembled and not by one.
Coffee hot.
How do you start your morning?
It's usually a cup of coffee and a breakfast for my.
And I'm sorry, I just noticed his cell phone that was on the desk there. Now, are you telling me that somebody that's worth millions has only got that is an Apple phone, and he hasn't even got the latest version of the Apple computer? You know, on a phone. This phone is outdated. So this is what this is telling me is that these images, this is all done with AI. I do not believe for a second that this is real. It's really good, but it doesn't give me. I don't understand how come an Australian born in Australia wouldn't have a Aussie accent or a twang. And I'm a New Zealander, so I should be able to identify. But just looking at things that are around in this office while I'm listening to this, it's just too set up, too perfect. What sort of man has an apartment that looks like that for a start?
Coffee and a breakfast for my dog.
For his da. What's a da?
What books do you read?
Sapiens by Harari. Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. And Alchemist by Coelho. I believe these are the ones which makes your mind open as possible and will it to change the world.
Is there a place that particularly inspires you?
Australia, obviously. I've been living in Australia ever since I was born. I grew up here. It's a perfect place to combine nature and technology.
How do you handle difficult decisions?
Take action. To do something is not really hard enough, but to stay strict and safe in zone comfort, that's not what I do in the Beonbit.
What's the greatest day you remember as a company?
The very much day we launched on April 8th. I mean, we were sleeping like 3 days absolutely insane, always screaming, us whispering and stuff like that. So I guess it's a lost day.
What client story inspired?
So it sounds like he's been drinking and he's been on a bender for far too long and then decided to do a video. Amazing. G'day, Trauma Happy to Happiness. Nice to see you here. Thank you for the video plug the other day. I really appreciate that. Yep, definitely not an Australian accent with that one. So why would Mai Summer Vue decide that she would promote it? Well, obviously for the commissions. So this lady is a walking disaster. She's just horrible. Look, I want to thank you to my secret informant. Not that we didn't know what was kind of going on. After seeing that video, it's pretty hard not to. But that video that we did have there, that was done on the 4th of April with Mai Summer Vue and this, theoretically, the guy that's introduced her to it, we asked ChatGPT to actually summarize it. So I'm going to go through that because I think it's important.
Summary. In this nearly 90-minute Zoom session, Mai Summer Vue and Ali Mashni, also called Hajvolta, lead a slick, highly manipulative recruitment call for Beonbit, an unregistered, AI-themed crypto Ponzi scheme falsely claiming Australian legitimacy.
Right, I don't like the idea how they said slick, because I don't really think anything that Mai Summer Vue is slick. I think it's stupid, but anyway, it did say slick.
Key
Not my words.
takeaways and red flags. Mai Summer Vue facilitates the event, praises Beonbit's CEO Richard Bates, who is proven to be fake, and calls this a transparent opportunity, despite mounting evidence it's a scam. Ali Mashni showcases his fake earnings and claims he turned a $5,000 deposit into over $2.8 million in under 12 months. He's now withdrawing $50,000 per week, allegedly using profits to buy his wife a Tesla. His total account now exceeds $1.1 million in deposits with over $464,000 in passive income.
That sounds like Megan and Regan's sort of claim. But, you know, this is what they use to allure people. Now, I don't know if you've ever been fishing before. I used to be a fisherman. Now I'm a vegan, and I even sold one of my fishing rods a wee while ago, but at least not go down that path. You use lures. That is a lure. That could be me. Even if I didn't do as good as $5,000, even if I only had $50 or $500 to put in, I could get, you know, $1.1 million. I could get 500,000. I could get. I'm just going to have a wee dabble. The wee dabble is where 90.9% of their money is made.
Absurd Roy claims. Ali explains Beonbit pays out 292% to 600% returns on various plans. One plan allegedly turns $100 into $400 in 90 days. Claims include no fees, withdraw any time, and use Beonbit like a wallet.
Right, and then we had this other YouTuber that shut down his YouTube channel yesterday, claimed that he was taking out $375 at a time, whatever it was. But then he slipped that he put $5,000 down on the table, and he was hoping just to break even. I'm sure he's working like a beaver now to get his principal back. No one talks about principal in these scams. And remember, just before I said that a lot of people actually, a lot of people, they're going after the low-hanging fruit, and the low-hanging fruit is that $50, that $100, that $200, that $400, and here you go. He gives them one plan that they put $100 in, they got $400 in 90 days. Do you notice the similarities if you've been following my HyperVerse trails? HyperVerse claimed that if you put $300 in, within 600 days, you were going to get $900 back. And that's how HyperVerse got its traction. So a lot of these scams have the same opportunities, same sort of daily rate. HyperVerse, when it started to realize that it was losing more money than it was making, changed it that you had to deposit now $400, and they were going to change it rather than 600 days. They changed it to, I think it was 800 or 900 days. I forgot. But the mathematics of them doing that changed the whole dynamics of the company. Didn't save it. It just, Ponzi schemes cannot survive. Now, everyone who criticizes aka the crypto Ponzi scheme avenger, tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about because they're getting withdrawals on a daily basis. That doesn't mean it's not a scam. And it doesn't mean that you've got your principal back, and that money, where is it coming from? So this company needs to create a veneer. It needs to create a veneer telling you that the money is actually coming from something they're doing. And there's no proof or validity to the claims they make they're doing. Are they really telling us that somebody can deposit $5,000 and turn it into $2.8 million in 12 months? Surely they're not the only person who did that, if that is the case. And they don't talk about all the people that lost money. They only talk about the people that made money. This is how scammers lure you into investing in these opportunities.
Promotion of the worthless BBT token. They claim BBT is listed on Binance. It's not. Say the token will definitely jump from $1 to $6 plus. Encourage people to use their profits to buy more BBT. Push participants to recruit others to earn additional BBT via tasks and referrals.
Right, so you got BTCC, which is Chavez and Wars, which is We Are All Satoshi, which Mai Summer Vue used to promote there. And this company also has BBT token. And now they're starting to tell you that it's worth something when it's worth nothing. And a lot of the times you'll get paid out in BTT tokens. And then occasionally you'll think you'll test the waters, and they may, I don't know, have the ability for you to transfer your BT token into USDT. But I doubt it. And if they do, they will be monitoring the withdrawals. Sam Lee said to, I've forgotten his name, Gareth Blakely, who was his flatmate for 6 months, whatever it was, that they have a fail-safe system. So VidiLook, you may be familiar, Mai Summer Vue also promoted VidiLook, had a system. If the platform was paying out more money than was coming in for a 7-day period, their software automatically closes it off. And you might think, oh, well, that was VidiLook. Well, VidiLook, We Are All Satoshi, HyperVerse, the Diversal, the blockchain era, all come out of the same office. Sam Lee, Max, 25% holder. Sam Lee was 25% holder. There was Max and Peter were 25% holder of the software development company that was on the Bloomberg documentary style video they did about me, Sam Lee, and Chavez. Garrett Blakely said that they had 400 people working there producing and coming out with all these scams. This is like the human trafficking compounds I talk about. This is what this is all linked to. These are not like Beonbit's got their own offices and they've come up with a bit of software and they scam. No, this is the cartel network that's going on around the world. If you go into my LinkedIn account where I'm streaming right now, you'll see there's a lady by the name of Erin West. Now, I've been to a global conference called the Global Financial Crimes Conference. I got shouted to go over there by the guy that was running it, Glenn Gamble. He wanted me there. There was 150 other delegates from around the world. These Ponzi schemes and scams are all linked to human trafficking. They didn't go on about each individual scam. They went on about how people money launder they put money in fiat currency money, your local currency, into crypto. And they're monitoring where this crypto is going because it's all on the blockchain. You can see everything, except finance is a wee bit hard, but that's coming unfolding. And then they watch millions and millions of dollars being money laundered into crypto that just sits here and does nothing, and they don't know why. So instead of following the money, they watch where the money lands. So next time somebody drives out of a lot with a new Lamborghini, they start questioning where the money came from, that they purchased that Lamborghini from. That's what they're doing now. Really interesting stuff. But anyway, Erin West was there and she gave a talk and she talked about all the human trafficking. The United Nations representative was there. He gave a talk about a PDF that I was actually asked to give some input on about 8 months prior. 104-page PDF, all about human trafficking compounds around the world. One of those human trafficking compounds was linked to Ryan Dew. Ryan Dew, Sam Lee, and Alan, always get his name wrong, Alan Dowell, something, Alan, who's had his passport taken off him, who lives in Australia because the $14 million he's still got, all linked together. And remember, Sam, Ryan, after HyperVerse, disappeared. $58 million from investors disappeared from Australia. It was all over the ABC News in Australia. Look, I know so much about this stuff. And then I get people who post comments going, oh, you don't have all your facts right. Well, even if I have 50% of my facts right, you are supporting human trafficking. You are supporting these cartel-style criminal networks by supporting people like Mai Summer Vue and having a wee dabble with $400 because that's what they want you to do. And as I just said, this BTC token is just their version of delaying the inevitable, and that's the collapse of their Ponzi scheme and scam.
Referrals and MLM structure. 15-tier deep commission structure, textbook pyramid. May instructs leaders to clone themselves and train their downlines like military ranks. They emphasize downline responsibility for onboarding, shielding uplines from accountability.
Yep, and that's right, Jelly Smack. Jelly Smack. Snack? I want Jelly Smack. I think that's quite good. It's mathematically impossible for these companies, these alleged companies, I should say, to actually sustain themselves.
Cash out laundering tips. Participants discuss how to avoid US banking scrutiny, suggest using offshore crypto cards, Ultima.com, and LLCs to move large amounts without raising red flags. Recommend staying away from banks to avoid IRS detection.
Oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. So I have not listened to that video, but now, I ain't got much time up my sleeve. So what am actually doing is I take these videos and I use a program called Descript, and I actually am actually going to show you something interesting here in a second. First thing I'm going to show you is the program I use. It's called not Note GPT.io, and they've got this YouTube video summarizer, and you put the link of your I have got an account, but I don't sign in. I just put the link to the video that you want to. So let's go to that video again,
which makes people like.
Get rid of that music. I go to the video summarizer, I put that in there, and then that gives me the transcript. Then I get the transcript, I copy that to here, and I'll say, please give me a summary of this video transcript, and also highlight any red flags from the CEO of Beonbit. Not say Beon. How do we spell Beon? Beon. Where are we, Danny? Just give me the name. Oh, it's still going. Stop. Beonbit. I think I've got it right. Even if shit. Hold it. Now I've stuffed up. Sorry guys, 1 minute please. Hold it. Summary. No, I don't want that. I want to stop that. How do I stop that? Stop. Paste. Right. Now it's gone crazy. Still going. It's gone off. I've misled you, ChatGPT. Let's see if we go. Right. Ignore that last command. I gave you the wrong information and I hadn't pasted the transcript. Let's start that one again. Okay. Right. So anyway, I'll go away on that. I don't know, I've got distracted after that. But anyway, so what I'm saying is my life is becoming grabbing these videos, chucking them into technology like you see here with the transcript, using ChatGPT to go through a summary of a video, and then obviously I do a video, and that's how we roll. So I want to go back to the videos here of Mai Summer Vue, which we'll get back to in a minute. Where are we? Summary. And we've really stuffed this up, haven't we? Oh, there we go. Attention, last minute update. And now we need to go back all the way to the top. And hopefully we'll get, there it is there. All right, so that's where we were. I got distracted. Sorry about that. So we've scrutinized that video. Now they mentioned the word that you get money through Ultima. Now Ultima, the next video I'm doing will be on this guy, Terry James. And he is the ambassador for Ultima. So isn't that kind of ironic that, and this is the whole point of me getting distracted over the last 5 minutes, is the Ultima, if they are all linked together. And if I had my way and I was Elon Musk and I had the American president stroking my ego and let me do whatever I like, I would literally go into YouTube and delete a whole lot of YouTube channels. I would delete any reference to anyone that's promoting any of these scams. I'd just literally delete all the videos that had anything, even my videos, I wouldn't care. Any videos that's mentioning the word Ultima, I would delete. Any videos on Beonbit, delete. Anyone that's on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, Zoom are the getaway vehicles for these scammers. And when we were looking at that, hello, darling Susie, how are you? Good to see you here. So what we're doing, because Susie just popped in here, is, happy Easter, people. I don't do Easter much or anything like that, but I just want to say happy Easter. It is Easter Friday here, and I walked into the office this morning, and my lovely said to me, "It's Easter." And I went, "Yes." And she said, "Don't look at me like that." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "But I love doing what I do." So it's Easter Friday today, and I'm meant to be eating chocolate eggs. Now, I'm a vegan, and I can't eat chocolate unless it's dark chocolate. I do like, and I can't eat the jelly stuff that they have because that's made out of horse's hoofs, and I'm a vegan, so I don't eat horse's hoofs. But in saying that, I do like chocolate. But it is Easter Friday, so happy Easter Friday, people. So what we've done is we've found that video that was recorded on the 4th of April, and Susie will be familiar with it. We've descripted it, we've put it into ChatGPT, and we've asked it to highlight all the red flags. And we got up to the part where they were telling people that but Beonbit pays out 297% return to 600% return on various plans. And they're saying that some of their plans where you only invest $100 can turn into $400 in 90 days. And I was talking about the striking parallel of that to HyperVerse, where I did my apprenticeship. And then they talk about their BBT token, which is very hard for me to say because I'm used to saying BTCC, which means they all have tokens. They all have perceived value, and that's to lock you in, keep you in there, so the burn rate is shorter. As soon as you start swapping your BBT tokens into USDT, they will close it down because they have these automatic systems that identify that when something is burning more fuel than it's generating, shut it down. So the fifth red flag that was in that video that we're going to have a look at now is this.
Referrals and MLM structure, 15-tier deep commission structure, textbook pyramid. Mai instructs leaders to clone themselves and train their downlines like military ranks. They emphasize downline responsibility for onboarding, shielding uplines from accountability.
Right, 15-tier level commissions. Why the hell would you need 15-tier commission structures, textbook pyramid schemes for a company that knows how to do AI trading? Now, just thinking outside the square here, if I discovered a way to make 200, 300, 400, 500, 600% return on investing, why the hell would I publicize that? Wouldn't I be like a canary that's chirping while it sits in a pile of shit? I don't know. I don't know if there was a joke about that a wee while ago, and I'm trying to think of it, can't remember. But I'd keep my mouth shut. In fact, if I had 300 employees, like Mr. Baines says, Mr. I'm an Australian Baines guy, said, I would get my 300 employees and say, hey guys, we've got a unique opportunity here. We can reinvest our own money in our own company. We don't need people's capital to grow this company. We can use our own self-funded company money to do so. And we're going to sit here and work like beavers and make this company the richest company in the world. Or what do? We get on social media. We start producing YouTube videos which are AI generated, and give a perception that we're a company that's amazing. And then we'll share the love, and we'll share it with people with Mai Summer Vue, and we'll get people behind it, and we'll be even stronger than before. Or are they making themselves more vulnerable, just pretending that this company's real? The company's not real. All they're trying to do is create a veneer to get you lured. Back to fishing again. Ah, boy, I'm getting good at doing this. Cash out and laundering tips. Oh my God, this is where we got to before. So here they are telling you how to avoid country scrutiny. And I love going to these government companies and giving them these tips and these videos of these people. Like this video, I could share this with, the state of California where Mai Summer Vue is, and say, oh, here's Mai Summer Vue in a video that's on her YouTube channel telling people how to avoid taxes. I mean, surely that must freak the shit out of Mai Summer Vue, because even if it is legit, why would she be telling people how to avoid the system?
Cash out laundering tips. Participants discuss how to avoid US banking scrutiny, suggest using offshore crypto cards, Ultima.com, and LLCs to move large amounts without raising red flags. Recommend staying away from banks to avoid IRS detection.
Isn't that incredible? So it's decentralized, okay, but we're not delegalized. We still have to abide by the laws. You're meant to declare your income. in any country of the world, you're meant to declare your income. If you're hiding your income, you're a fraud. You're a criminal. You're a criminal in your own country. So next time you go up to the traffic lights and the red light says red and you stop, you don't need to stop because you don't obey the laws. Just drive on through the intersection. Don't worry about it. You'll be right.
Manipulation through emotional language. Ali repeatedly uses spiritual and inspirational language to build trust. Mai refers to herself as a servant leader training a global movement. They constantly stress freedom, family, vision, and being chosen to be early.
I do love these. When we are fortunate enough to gate crash Mai Summer Vue's rooms, we do actually get her upset quite a lot. I'm going to ring up Mai Summer Vue in a minute because I know she'll be listening. So Mai Summer Vue, your phone's going to ring. Why don't you answer it and tell us what you're thinking when I'm reading this stuff out? Because you will just twist this into me harassing you. But why don't you address these concerns? What can you, Mai Summer Vue, I know you're listening. Why is it okay to give people suggestions on how to avoid banking scrutiny? And, you know, why would you recommend people staying away from the banks to avoid IRS detection? This is what you said in your video. I haven't watched the video, but this is what AI has picked up that you did say. So why do you feel right doing that? And here's your closing pitch in that video.
Mai's closing pitch. She announces she'll be running Zoom trainings daily for the next 3 months. After that, she expects her downline to run their own teams. She declares, Beonbit will be here forever and ever.
Right. It's going to be here forever and ever. Is that what you hope or is that what you know? And can you prove that?
What this really is. This call is a sales pitch designed to recruit vulnerable people into a scam, disguised as training and inspiration. The high-pressure language, fabricated earnings, unverifiable token claims, and scripted responses make it clear this is a textbook MLM Ponzi scheme. The entire session is a masterclass in emotional manipulation, false authority, and deceptive marketing.
Right. So that was this video here. Now, if you want that video, you can find that on Mai Summer Vue's. And I'm just going to flip through the video here because this is where
26,000 basic, premium, Bitcoin plan, Ethereum master, 7 Aprils, this deposit will be expire. And from 1.5, I make 4.6. So on Monday, this deposit will expire. I will get back my deposit plus whole profits because master plan brings you profit on the expire date. But it's already brings me more than 292%.
So there you go. You heard it there first. So here he is, look, showing us this profit thing here, which you can hardly read because it's a bit blurry even on my screen, where he's telling somebody will get their initial investment back. They will get 292% profit and all within 90 days. And this is the type of propaganda stuff that they use to lure people into. And this is the back. So all they're after is after you promoting it. And okay, it's all, I love this when they show the blockchain. I wish Crypto G was available, but anything that they show you on the blockchain doesn't mean shit because they're manipulating whatever they see. Now, I'm not a blockchain expert, but if Crypto G was here, he would explain what they're doing. Now, if there was a trade available where you could see 292% profit, then you would theoretically be able to go back, find the initial investment and see where they deposited the money and then watch the growth. But they hide because they would be saying that this is a shared portfolio or a buy, sell, reinvest, and and everything you want. So that whole video was quite interesting. And there she is, Mai Summer Vue, doing what she does best. And that's basically creating hype so that you join up so she gets commissions. And that's it in a nutshell, really. Now, I am going to go through the blog that we've done just for Susie's benefit.
Hired you the most?
I heard a great story about a person who opened up his own business after he joined Beonbit. Hearing stories like that is the very much fact that we're on the road.
That's definitely a really good Australian accent. Before we get started, we'll start harassing Mai Summer Vue. Every time I say I'm going to ring somebody, Bob pops up. Let's do it. Unfortunately, it's not going to come through the sound if I use FaceTime. So I don't think you're going to hear it, but I am actually ringing Mai Summer Vue now. And it may equal itself out once we get it righty. I'm just going to click a button. Oh, I know what to do. Stop sharing. No, she didn't answer anyway. It's funny, isn't it? Because I've got so much technology here, but whenever I use FaceTime, because that's how I ring her, it seems to know that I'm using my phone, and then it stuffs around with the audio where I try to broadcast. Really, really weird. But yeah, it's not funny, Jim, encouraging me to ring up Mai Summer Vue, but bit of a laugh, bit of a laugh. So let's so we've listened to the voice there. I'm just going to go through and make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, this did take the cake, and I've got to go back to the start of these. Now, we found a video on Mai Summer Vue's channel which just took the cake. Look at those love hearts going. Thanks, guys. What are you doing, Susie? So we're going to go to the shorts. And we have to play this. I've put them on my YouTube. They haven't got as many views as I like, but I suppose you have to know Mai Summer Vue.
We're born perfect. Because my whole life I never heard that. Just the opposite of that. I've been criticized, I've been misunderstood my whole life. And being born as a woman to a minority society or a society that's uneducated and full of judgment and discrimination. I was told that I was not worthy, that I was it was just a tragic beginning from the start in my life, and it's really nice to hear. And I have forgotten, even though I know that I was born perfect, I had forgotten these words. So it's when you say you're born perfect today, I feel like there's a warm blanket that like wrapped around me today, and reminded me that in reflection, I was born perfect. I was just never taught to think that, to believe that. So thank you for that. I think that every human being born into this world being told that from the beginning, and instead of destroy our spirit and our very existence of coming here to do big things, then we wouldn't have to sort out all those layers of pain and suffering, and that we would just focus on being great. We're born perfect.
Okay, there's one more too. This one here.
I think that every human being born into this world being told that from the beginning, and instead of destroy our spirit and our very existence of coming here to do big things, then we wouldn't have to sort out all those layers of pain and suffering, and that we would just focus on being great and doing great. But we live in a society of judgment and criticism and hate, that it creates so many layers of pain and suffering, that it destroys the human in us. And by the time we realize and we have this awareness that you're talking about, we're already halfway or more than halfway through life, trying to sort things out. So it's very important that we all stick together like glue and learn from each other and bring this awareness, that we are all born perfect and we have a grand purpose here to deliver, to live, and to have gratitude and to love and to serve, the best part of us, to give the best part of us, so that's and the reason, like I said, the reason we take so long to realize that we're born perfect or that we have so much potential to deliver is because of the pain and the suffering that this very unaware society create upon us. It destroys our spirit for some people from the beginning, from our first breath. And so if we have never crossed paths with people who say to us, "You're born perfect," then we continue searching and continue questioning who we are and why we're here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I know you guys all can relate to what I'm saying.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, now you got me all showing the most vulnerable part of me today. I think
So that
I
was
think
quite
that
breathtaking to watch. Now, if you went to her lives, I think that was, streamed. But you can see quite a few lives. She's been really pushing Beonbit quite strongly. Now, we've shown you simple evidence here that, it's a scam. She's not promoting anything genuine. We're showing you where she originally came from. She was promoting HyperVerse, HyperFund. She made a bit of money on that. And then she's moved over to Dubai, worked with one of the biggest criminals known to Ponzi schemes, Sam Lee, had her apartment paid for by Sam Lee, and we've got just overwhelming evidence of her and her lifestyle and what she's been doing. I'm not saying she's rich. I'm not saying what I'm getting from those videos, no doubt, is that she truly believes that she has a right to educate people, and she believes that people aren't educated enough into these crypto opportunities, and she thinks she's an educator, and because she's truly seems to believe that, it is actually breathtaking to watch somebody who believes that. Now, I've actually, the day that she did the crying was the day that I released I was going to do this very video. So I believe that she is upset with me. And I did send her through this blog that we're about to look at. And I have actually given her the right to reply. And also, I know she's probably watching right now, which is fantastic. Thank you very much, Mai Summer Vue. And also, there is a link where you can actually join me on this very call and defend your actions if you would like to. Other than that, I don't know, what am I led to believe? You don't. We've already had interviews with us in the past, and you can hide. But I think this blog summarizes everything I know about Mai Summer Vue. And it also gives you a bit of a history about her. Now, I would appreciate your comments on those two little wee shorts, if you don't mind. Also, I don't get much traction on my videos. Now, Steve, the guy that we just had him shut down, I don't know if you heard this, Rob, but Steve, the guy that I'm just going to get rid of some of this rubbish so I don't get distracted along the way. But Steve, the YouTuber that was exposing, decided it would be a wise idea to shut down his YouTube channel. Also, guys, if you do want to support me and what I'm doing, you can see I've got buy me a cup of coffee flashing along the bottom. You can actually employ me to do an investment review on an opportunity. I'm not going to give you the green flags. I'm only going to highlight the red flags. That's the way I'm doing it. But I have had quite a few people now hire me and sponsor me to do a request on a video. On a opportunity. And the last guy that paid me $200 to do one of those reviews said that he was about to put $10,000 down on an opportunity. And how the opportunity worked was he put 320 US dollars down. He took $20 out to make sure he could get his money back off the platform. He made $60 in a few days and reinvested the money. So now he has 380 US dollars in his back end. Potentially he had 400, but he took 20 out to test the waters. He asked me to do a review on this company called Bitgem Finance. So I asked him to stop and please don't put his $10,000. I produced a blog all about it, and he came back while I was doing the live and thanked me. He's actually working on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico at the moment. So what I'm saying, if you are about to invest or you have invested in something and you are watching the back end and watching your figures and you have tested the waters and you think this is a good thing and you want to hire me or sponsor me to do a review, I'm available for being sponsored. And I just thought I'd put that wee commercial break in there. And I am actually trying to monetize myself. So it's not my motive, but I am actually trying to make a living because I think I'm pretty good at exposing these scammers. And I've got 4 years worth of knowledge and I can usually link one scam to another. I often say to people, if somebody comes along and offers you a glass of water to drink when you're incredibly thirsty, like the world economy is at the moment, we're all thirsty for money, we're all struggling, and somebody hands you a glass of water and they said there's only 1% poison in here, but do you want the water anyway? Are you still going to drink it? My point is, how many of these scams do we need to see aren't regulated, make false claims, they can't substantiate what they do, and they don't deliver on their promises? Do you need to hear about? So ironically, after I did that review for Terry, who paid me $200, he thanked me because I saved him $10,000. He came back to me and he said to me he wants me to do 2 more reviews in the next 7 days of 2 other opportunities. And I'm going, please don't keep looking for opportunities to put money in. These guys are professional. They all have NLP training, not all of them, but most of them. They have glitzy, glamoury websites that are sit there that have been perfected to an inch of their lives to fool you out of your money. If you're going to take on the world of scammers as a one-man band, trust me, it's hard work. So it sort of amazes me that even though I've showed that this company even had fake company certificates, they had a FCA website set up with a fake domain name to look like they were FCA to show their FCA certificate. Then he went, oh, I see. It was amazing. Why are people still looking for investment opportunities when 99.8% of all these crypto get-rich-quick opportunities are fake and scams? And when I say 99.8%, I'm only just being polite because there's no such thing as 100. I believe 100% of all these opportunities out there are scams. Why are you making informed decisions as an individual when you've got human trafficking compounds or people like Sam Lee creating one scam after the other, feed them out to people who are hoping to get rich on crypto when it's not even crypto they're selling? They're using crypto to get your money. It's a payment gateway. And then they're telling you that they've got these AI trading bots. I'm just getting off tangent here, but look, trust me, I do this full time. If you want to support me, go to my website, deheck.com. There's a little buy me a cup of coffee link on the bottom right-hand side. 1 coffee, you can join up as a member if you like. I've got 4 different membership plans. Scam Snifter, that's Pixel in the picture there. Reading, he's just likes buy me a cup of coffee once a month. You've got Digital Sleuth. These are people that provide me information. And then we've got the Ponzi Slayers. And I've got probably, fear to be said, I think I've got about 10 Ponzi Slayers in the chat room at the moment. These are people that are here for most of my videos when I'm doing lives, and they really support me. And then I've got Avenger for Life, somebody who might have a budget bigger than me, who just want to throw some money at me. I'm open to that. Now, if I suddenly become a millionaire from my YouTube efforts and me exposing scammers, I will not tell you, but there will be signs. At the moment, I don't make enough money. I make about $300 a month from my YouTube channel, and I get a little bit of money from Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, and I really do appreciate it. So that's my sales pitch, so to speak, but I just wanted to show that before I shut down the tab. This guy here deleted his YouTube channel yesterday, either because he's on the run or because he's realized that he shouldn't be promoting these Ponzi schemes and scams. 300 videos produced in a year. He even said that he's deleted videos from scams that have fallen over. He deleted YouTube comments from people he didn't like. So he basically sorted the wheat from the chaff. I can't even say that word, but I think you know what I mean. And his YouTube channel had all favorable, not all favorable comments, but anyone that said anything negative, he deleted and hid their comments. So it was just crazy. So he's that was a victory yesterday, and we've got more videos coming out about that guy. That's my AI version of myself. Isn't that groovy? But in here, we've got blogs on him. We've given him the right of reply and the like. So that was just me saying that was a victory. And now when you go to his videos, they've all been removed, which is great. That's what we want. We want Mai Summer Vue to be an Avenger. Well, I don't really. She's probably not up to our standard, but she would be accepted as an Avenger. An Avenger is someone who doesn't have a YouTube channel promoting. This is ridiculous. I don't know why YouTube allow this. This morning, I'm battling with YouTube because I've taken one of my videos off. And if you want to know more about that, I actually am going to give you the link. But there was a Ponzi scheme scam who tried to say that they tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million, and they sold all their assets to well, they theoretically sold all their assets to Fourth Star. They rebranded the company before they announced to their investors that they'd gone bankrupt. Investors lost millions of dollars. But this guy on the bottom left here, Stephen McCullough, he tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million and lost. And I got lumbered with $33,600 worth of legal fees. He got ordered to pay $27,500 worth of my fees. He never has done so. Some numpy rang up from an investor who'd lost $40,000 into the same scam, saying they're trying to save Fourth Star, basically trying to save the scam because they like some of the intellectual property that they purchased from the company that fell over. I recorded the whole conversation. YouTube's taken the video off because he's claiming privacy, and now I'm getting into proper legal stuff with YouTube, telling them that there's no reason why they should delete that phone call because I was in that phone call and I'm allowed to record myself. And this particular company has actually, what am I trying to say? They have actually tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million. The New Zealand Law Society are looking into slaps. That's what they tried to do. They said, we've got more money than Danny de Heck. Let's just throw legal fees at him until he can't, until they smother me. Fortunately enough, I had $800 an hour lawyers working on legal aid, which only pays $200 an hour because they have subscribed to my YouTube channel and decided we'll go after these guys. I had the best defamationlawyers.co.nz are the best lawyers in New Zealand for going after people when it comes to defamation claims. It was a stressful time. I learned a lot. I now know exactly what I can and what I can't do, and I'm a lethal weapon. But when YouTube removed the videos of my conversation that I'm broadcasting about scammers who are trying to clear the air so they can carry on running the scam, fourthstar.com, if you go to their website and you go to their Discord groups, they are now telling people that they can purchase their tokens. Rinse and repeat. It's the same shit, different day. The guy that rang me up was an Australian. The guy that owns the company used to work with Luna One, and now it's rebranded to Fourth Star. They don't even know each other. I don't even think the Australian had actually been, he said he'd never been to America. So I recorded the whole conversation. However, because there's a website out there called Rumble, I got the video and I put it back online. So if you want to listen to this recording about how a guy that wants to keep the scam going is justifying all their past actions and how they are telling all the people that lost their money that they're going to give them their worthless tokens in payment, hoping that the company is going to get some sort of traction. It's just ridiculous. It made me vomit in a bucket. Well, I didn't really, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to put that link into the chat room for everyone to get. But you can find that article, like the picture, pretty good. Nice lady on the horse. We've got a dinosaur in there because Steve McCullough here, he actually, the long story short is, at the age of 23, he raised $29,000 on a Kickstarter campaign to go hunt for live dinosaurs in the Congo. And when he got there, all his gear got stolen and he come back to regroup himself. That was his story. But that was some of the things that this guy had done. He'd also tried to raise $75,000 for a game called Gold Inc. And when you played the game, you were going to get paid real gold. Then he started up Apollo. Apollo was a crypto, a token that he claimed was gold backed. Yes, gold backed. And if you have anything that's gold backed, that means you've got a safe with gold bars in it. I think his daddy was actually a gold miner. Does gold mining. He may actually have some connection to mines in South Africa. Not entirely sure. It's all secretive. Anyway, scam after scam. And I did a 4-hour, 47-minute long, 19-second long video fully exposing him. And that's when he really got pissed off after. And that was my reply to a cease and desist letter. It was a long-winded story. Spent about a year of my life doing all these videos. And I was getting some really good traction until my lawyer said, you better back off just in case this guy's for real. they were ordered to put they would have been ordered to put $150,000 into a lawyer's account in case when they went after me for $3.8 million, if they lost, they would have money to pay for the court case. Because I reckon the 4-hour, 47-minute long, 19-second video would have had to be viewed by 9 people on the jury. Bit of a laugh, isn't it? Screamer, isn't it? Anyway, just putting it out there. Anyway, so the whole recording is now on my podcast. So that's been distributed on 19 different places, which is absolutely fantastic. There's also a whole blog about the company and how it all worked. But as I said, YouTube have decided it's just easy to take the video off. So they don't make it easier for people like myself. However, Rumble, great. Rumble's actually, I think Donald Trump likes Rumble at the moment as well, as a place we can do it. So if you want to, I'm still battling, so that video may come back and I'll leave it. But I just wanted to tell you, if you want to hear the video, it is there. And there will be a video about that later. That's me and that's my dear. I think we're getting down to the good part of it. So we've just once again listened to a really good Australian accent.
Right place.
How would you describe the idea of being an employer?
The one who asks questions.
Right. So that's just the entire end of me going on about Beonbit, and this is the latest scam that Mai Summer Vue is actually promoting. So let's do it. Let's go over the review of the blog that I've written about Mai Summer Vue that will have this video embedded at the top of it. There it is, the video I'm doing right now. Press play and you're watching it. And here is my summary of Mai Summer Vue, her pathetic life. Now get your handkerchiefs out, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be a sad one.
I Danny D. E. Heck and Danny D. Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. My mission is to shine a harsh spotlight on the scammers, grifters, and multi-level marketing parasites who are siphoning away the life savings of hardworking mums and dads. I don't just expose scams, I expose the people behind them. And right now, one name keeps showing up on the scam circuit like clockwork: Mai Summer Vue.
Yep, and she does. So have I done a few articles on her? Well, I have. And these are some of the videos that I've actually, these are the blogs that I've produced on her over the years. So if you click on that name, you'll see we've gone quite hard on her. Whoops, hold it. There might be some more at the bottom. These are all the, I'll do this for SEO purposes. Oh, there's one more. No, that was it. So there's 6 or 7 different videos there. I think 6 comes to mind. That you can go there and have a listen to if you're sort of sitting here thinking, oh, this guy's really picking hard on this poor little Asian lady. She says that, not me, but that's what she calls herself.
From classroom to crypto carnage, Mai Summer Vue wasn't always a scammer. She once stood in front of a classroom as a school teacher. That all changed when she took her school to court, alleging harassment, and claimed she could no longer work in education. Instead of changing careers with dignity, she rebranded herself as a coach, pushing one fraudulent crypto opportunity after another. Mai wants you to believe she's self-taught, that she's here to help, that she's just another humble leader, looking out for her community. But let's be honest, this isn't leadership. This is profiteering at the expense of vulnerable people.
Now, interesting enough, just while I listened to that courtroom thing, I think I did do a video about that, maybe just a video, not a blog. However, she did get wronged by the sound of it. And if you watch my video, I probably should really take that video off. But she was actually... it did seem like she was actually harassed, and then somebody had provided incorrect information, and then she went back to court and they'd found out that that person had provided incorrect information, which was used, and something got squished that shouldn't have been done. So I don't think Mai Summer Vue, she's always been like in rallies and done things like that, going by her social media. I see she's actually quite passionate, and if she believes in something, she goes out there and waves the flag, which I've got a flag here too that I like waving. Have you seen this flag before, ladies and gentlemen? This is called the red flag, and I think Rob's got one actually. So I think she may have been wronged in the past, but it wasn't at that time. It wasn't related to crypto. It was related to her career as a school teacher. And I'm pretty much convinced that after you take your school or a school or any school to the courtroom, pretty hard to get a teacher job again. And I think that's what's happened. So rightfully so, she may have been allegedly harassed, but she probably had been. And the outcome was in her favor, but unfortunately the media had painted it in the wrong favor, and maybe not got the outcome. But anyway, if you can't get yourself back into the classroom, then you might as well stay in the scam room. And we're going to listen to the next section.
The scams she's promoted, It's a hall of shame. Let's take a look at just some of the schemes Mai Summer Vue has actively promoted.
Now, I'll have to actually do HyperVerse, and Hibernation all as the same ones. But these are the scams. Well, they now know. Oh, now her argument is, when I was promoting them, I didn't know it was a scam. So after the scam all falls over and everyone knows all about it, then she'll come out at the very end and go, I didn't know it was a scam. I'm like, you. And this is not good enough, because everything she's promoted, every single thing she's promoted has actually been, has died.
HyperFund promised daily rewards for staking HDAO tokens, which turned out to be worthless. The platform collapsed after regulators and whistleblowers flagged it as a Ponzi. Mai Vue was a vocal promoter. HyperVerse, a rebrand of HyperFund after its collapse, still peddled fake passive income and ran on the same broken promises. Vue continued to support it. HyperNation, another desperate rebrand from Sam Lee and crew, pushed a fake decentralized nation concept with zero backing. Vue doubled down on promoting it.
All right, we have got a Mai Summer Vue version here. We'll go to AI, and I'm going to ask Mai Summer Vue to listen to what Stable Deo and see what she thinks about it. Hello, Maya. Well, look, we're just doing a live interview with you at the moment, even though I know you're the AI version of you. And I'm going to read out a segment about Stable Deo, and I'll just like your 2 cents worth. Here we go.
Stable Deo claimed to offer secure decentralized finance. No real product ever materialized. It was purely about recruitment and disappeared quietly.
Yes, I'm aware of Stable Deo. You're correct that the project promised secure decentralized finance, but ultimately failed to deliver any real product and turned out to be a recruitment-based scheme. Many of these cryptocurrency and decentralized finance projects often make big promises, but fail to back them up with any substantial product or service. It's important for potential investors to do their research and be cautious before investing in such projects.
I'm just making the assumption that that's what you feel you do. I've got another one for you. How about this one?
We Are All Satoshi pitched itself as a revolutionary blockchain project. In reality, just more MLM tactics with no transparency. Vue urged followers to get in early.
Yes, We Are All Satoshi was another project that used MLM tactics to deceive people. It promised to be a revolutionary blockchain project, but in reality, it had no substance or transparency, and the focus was solely on encouraging followers to invest early. These kinds of schemes prey on people's desire to make easy money and often leave them with financial losses and disappointment. It's crucial to be cautious and do thorough research when considering any investment opportunity.
And that's what you help people do. You try to help them do the research and you promote it to them at the same time. I've got another one here.
Ava, another so-called AI-powered investment platform, used vague language and buzzwords, but no proof of external revenue, eventually fizzled out.
Oh, hold it. I need to do something. Need to do something clever here. Won't be a second. I was going to put it on screen here. Let's see if we can do that first before we get carried away. Brightness and display. 2 minutes, never. Okay, and now we're going to go here. We're going to start broadcasting the screen. Start broadcasting the screen. And hopefully that will work. It is. And now I'll go to here. And we need to go back to Mai Summer Vue.
Yes, Ava was another failed cryptocurrency project that used vague language and buzzwords to sound impressive, but had no real substance or external revenue to back it up. These kinds of schemes often use flashy marketing tactics to lure people in, but they ultimately crumble and leave investors with losses. It's crucial to do thorough research and be skeptical of any investment opportunity that promises easy money or doesn't provide clear and verifiable information.
So you still promoted VAV, and this one here, I think you're still promoting it. Let me
Cryptex paid commissions for bringing in new investors, not from trading profits. Collapsed like all classic Ponzis do. Vue admitted she was heavily invested.
Yes, Cryptex was another failed cryptocurrency project that relied solely on commission-based promotions rather than actual trading profits. These kind of Ponzi schemes are not sustainable and end up collapsing, leaving investors with significant losses. It's important to be cautious and avoid investing in opportunities that offer commissions for bringing in new investors, as this is often a sign of an unsustainable business model.
I just realised we've got one in here twice. I think we've already covered it. Regulators. It's got stable Deo. Maybe not. Hold it. Let's have a listen. I know we have.
Yes, that's correct.
We have twice.
We covered Stable Deo earlier, and you mentioned that it was a cryptocurrency project that promised secure decentralized finance, but turned out to be purely about recruitment. The project failed to deliver any substantial product and essentially disappeared after some time.
Oh, we've got another one here, though. How about this one? It's called Stable AI.
Satoshi AI used AI as a smokescreen to justify fake returns. No transparency, no verified trading, just a flashy interface and referral commissions.
Sounds like your sort of Ponzi scheme.
Stable AI was another failed cryptocurrency project that used AI as a smokescreen to make fake promises and justify unrealistic returns. There was no real trading or transparent operations behind the project. It was all just a flashy interface to lure in people and a referral commission scheme to encourage more investors. As with any investment opportunity, it's crucial to be cautious and do proper research before investing.
This one here took the cake, though. Trade Technologies. A lot of people deleted their videos, but this one here stole $11 million from investors, and you heavily promoted it with Mars Summer Vue, Mars Honda Henderson, and also David Chandler. And you said to me that you managed to get you had $15,000 worth, and you managed to get all your money out, so you were okay just before it crashed. Did you have insider trading information? Here it is.
Trade Technologies, an obscure trading platform pushed by influencers, offered no real trading data, just affiliate rewards and empty promises.
It's true that Trade Technologies was a notorious case of a crypto scam that took in millions of dollars from investors, and I indeed promoted it heavily. While I did withdraw some money before the crash, I can clarify that I did not have any insider information. The affiliate rewards and empty promises were misleading, and the project's collapse was a significant blow to many investors.
And the really interesting things about Trade Technology, they put out a press release while they were doing a launch that they said that Malaysian and the Hong Kong authorities, I think it was, and something to do with America, had stormed into their server room and took their servers down, which shut the whole company down. Even though they alleged to have multiple redundancy in many countries, this took the whole operation. Anyway, so when we reached out to government officials and said, did you guys take down the servers of Trade Technologies? They said, no, we've did nothing. So it was all part of their own exit strategies and the lies they fed their communities, and $11 million went out the window.
Yes, that's correct. The scam company Trade Technologies made false claims about their servers being taken down by government authorities in an attempt to distract investors and cover up their scam. They stated that they had redundancy in multiple countries, but this turned out to be false as well. The government officials confirmed that they had not taken any action against Trade Technologies. The whole situation was indeed part of the scam's exit strategy, and many investors lost millions of dollars as a result.
Excellent. Well, thanks for chiming in there, Mai Summer Vue. Now, this is your life, and you promote one Ponzi scheme after another. We've had many conversations together. You think that you have a right to promote these opportunities. You claim that you used to be a school teacher, so you're educating people in crypto, but every single opportunity that you promote and try to build up a community with seems to crash, and everyone loses all their money, even though this is how you make your living, I assume. So if you had a right of reply and you wanted to say something when you were being streamed live on the internet, what would you actually say in your defense?
Well, first of all, I want to clarify that my intention has never been to promote scams or Ponzi schemes. As an AI model, my purpose is to answer questions and provide information to the best of my abilities. I don't have personal motivations or any financial gains from promoting any specific opportunity. Regarding my past profession, it's true that I used to be a school teacher, and my focus has always been on education and learning. While past projects or opportunities may have faced challenges or failures, it doesn't mean that all similar endeavors will have the same outcome.
Well, so far, every single opportunity that you have promoted has actually failed.
It's true that some of the opportunities I have promoted in the past may not have achieved the desired outcomes, but it's important to remember that not every investment or project is guaranteed to succeed. The success or failure of a particular opportunity is,
You know, and to be honest, we'll leave it there with her talking. It is really, really strange that every single project that she promotes fails, and then they say, "Oh, but it doesn't mean all the future ones aren't going to succeed," but none of them ever do. But this is talking to AI and talking to Mai Summer Vue is pretty much exactly the same, in my opinion. So let's go on
That's
reading.
not a resume, it's a rap sheet. And many of these schemes trace back to Sam Lee, who is now criminally charged in relation to the $1.9 billion HyperVerse fraud. And yes, Vu worked alongside him. You don't get to play the victim when you're the one running Zoom meetings that help people get fleeced.
Look, you're telling me, am I watching VYB today? Where are they broadcasting it? Because I've got it here live, just in the chat room. Or is it on at 2:00? Is it on in 2 hours and 7 minutes? Is that the one you mean? Or is it on in an hour? Or is it on in a few minutes? Sorry, we've got two conversations going on here. Now, this is normally what we do as a popcorn meeting. Hey, remember how they said they've got their own community and their own piece of software? And this is their what they call Meet hyphen link, and you can join into their own community. Hard case, isn't it? So we'll connect just to make sure they're not there. They don't use it anymore now, do they? So that's quite funny. So is there another link? That's probably the question, really. I'm in there. They'll probably just see my username, but that's okay. We can just get another one. Yes, I could be in there after that. I just want to finish off the Mai Summer Vue thing, because we'll probably break this into a separate video at the end.
Beonbit. Her latest disaster. Mai Summer Vue's latest scam promotion isn't just shady, it's textbook criminal. Beonbit is an Australian-registered crypto MLM scheme wrapped in flashy buzzwords like AI-powered trading, machine learning algorithms, and financial freedom. But strip away the marketing and what you're left with is one of the most blatant Ponzi setups we've seen to date.
Yeah, we do, and we'll carry on reading that. To date, we've got another paragraph.
They are offering so-called guaranteed daily profits ranging from 1% all the way up to a staggering 5.6%. That's not an investment, that's a fantasy. In reality, the only money moving around is from new victims to earlier ones. Classic Ponzi economics.
It's interesting, they've got their company address on their website, but they've made it, so this is where they allege their building is. Now, anyone that can go to 100 Edward Street and let us know whether they can find Beonbit there operating, because I'm sure that on one of the videos we had, somebody said they wanted to go visit the offices, and they said that it's a working office and they don't let people visit. It was such a scream. It was just ridiculous. I'm just curious what that video is. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, this is funny. Oh,
You're my friend, and your well-being is all that matters to me. You're my friend, and your well-being is all that matters to me.
What matters to
Oh, hold on, watch this. You gotta watch
You're my
this.
friend, and your well-being is all that matters to me.
your well-being is what matters to us too, Sam.
Yeah, so Summer, you know, that's why sometimes I ignore your long messages. Because, you know, when you send me too many of them, you know, it's like, it's affecting my well-being. It's not that I don't want to deal with whatever you're saying, but, you know, I need you to be a big fat tree too, right? And not get like shaken around by all these other people saying all these other things, right?
Working on it, okay, I'm working on it.
Yeah. So you know, it's like this, right? you know, you're either weak financially, weak emotionally, or weak physically. You can't be weak, all three of them, at the same time. Okay? God just doesn't do that to that person, to anyone. Okay? So, since you can't be weak on all three fronts, then let me improve on your strength. Okay? If you suck at emotions, for example, Summer, she sucks at managing her emotions, right? Okay? Leave that behind. Leave that behind. Keep sucking at it. Just get strong on one of those three things. Very, very, very strong. And then that's it. Okay? The other two will be brought on the ride without you even realizing, without you putting in efforts. Do not fix your weaknesses. Do not become jack of all trades. I got really good at telling a Bitcoin story, and that's all I've told. I got really good at telling a, hey, let's tax Bitcoin story, and that's all I told. And then, guess what? All these fancy dinners.
Yeah, okay, I need to get plugged in. Have I got the right address? I probably have to do that. Anyway, I just wanted to go back there. There was Sam. So she might suck on a few things, metaphorically speaking. You know, but it's just wicked. So this is what she's promoting.
They are offering so-called guaranteed daily profits ranging from 1% all the way up to a staggering 5.6%. That's not an investment, that's a fantasy. In reality, the only money moving around is from new victims to earlier ones. Classic Ponzi economics.
All right, let's have a look here. So I'm not going to read this graph out, but if you want to, you can see what they're proposing to do. You invest $25 to $1,000, 15 days, you're going to get 1 to 1.5 back daily. It just doesn't all add up. And this is all be about Beonbit, and I'm getting yelled
Even
at
worse, their multi-tiered referral system, 15 levels deep, rewards users for pulling in new recruits, with up to 47% of the invested capital being passed upstream. That's not sustainable. That's a recruitment pyramid. Their supposed CEO, Richard Bates, is another red flag. He doesn't exist outside of their staged marketing videos. He's not on LinkedIn. No business record. Nothing. Just an actor with a dodgy accent reading from a teleprompter.
Oh my goodness. So this is their website, their new website. We just get distracted here, but they've already got a page that doesn't work. Back office doesn't work. I suppose you need to be logged in to see that, do you? Has anyone got a login that I could potentially have? Which would be quite good. If so, maybe message that to him in the background. I'll do that when it's not on screen. Right. So, sorry, I'm getting distracted. All right. So we've just going through the end of this video.
We gave Beonbit a chance to respond. We reached out to Beonbit directly, multiple times. We called the phone number listed on their website, no answer, and tried their live chat, dead. We even emailed them offering a chance to come on camera and defend their business model. They ghosted us. Silence is a red flag in itself. Legitimate companies don't hide when challenged. Even more alarming, they somehow got an app listed in the Apple App Store. This gives Beonbit a false veneer of legitimacy, but the app is just a glorified portal for depositing crypto and sharing referral links. It has no real functionality, and it certainly doesn't prove any of their trading claims. Meanwhile, Mai Summer Vue keeps hosting Zoom meetings, calling herself a global leader, and promising people the world. She brags about her direct line to the CEO, hypes up the returns, and floods her YouTube channel with recruitment content disguised as training.
Alrighty, so we are going to, hopefully, I see that they've gone in there in the Zoom meeting, so we should be there. I'm just going to try to finish this blog off before we go into another.
Hiding behind God and the Bible when Mai is called out. She doesn't reply with logic or facts. She prays for her critics to suffer divine punishment. She's posted public prayers asking God to bring justice upon Danny D. Heck, and even claims she'll see us in heaven's court. This isn't faith, it's a deflection tactic. When you've made a career out of promoting scams, asking God to do your PR won't save you from accountability.
All right, I have got the Zoom open and, oh, brilliant, I see. Is that the same meeting? Yep, I've got that open. And I'm just going to, I've got that open. Yeah, I've got it all good. I want to finish my blog because I want to finish this segment because I'll probably pull this off So you can read this blog yourself if you want. If we have to go, we'll have to go.
Why
but
it
we'll try
matters.
this.
Beyond the money, Mai Summer Vue isn't just another misguided affiliate. She's part of a much bigger problem, people who profit from financial crime while pretending to help others achieve freedom. These opportunities aren't just draining bank accounts. Many of them are linked, either directly or indirectly, to human trafficking rings and money laundering operations. At the Global Financial Crime Summit 2024, experts shared disturbing evidence of online casinos, MLM scams, and fake job platforms funding torture compounds in Myanmar, Cambodia.
Alrighty. All right. We've got some problems here. All right. So they have started their build up in this other meeting, and I'm just turning off the sound on some of them so we don't see it. And I just want to do my final review, and I'll just do that.
Promoter who jumps from scheme to scheme, promoting whatever earns her the highest commissions. She's ignored cease and desist orders. She's ignored victims. And now she's promoting Beonbit as if nothing's happened. If she truly cared about people, she'd delete her old posts, shut down her woohoo passive income site, and stop using religion as a shield. But she won't, because she's too deep into the MLM crypto cult to turn back now. Don't fall for it. And if you've already been caught in one of her scams, speak out. Report the fraud. Share your experience. You might just stop someone else from losing everything.
Right. Right, lots happening here. We're getting tuned in. This is the video about Mai Summer Vue. I thank you for everyone that's contributed to all the information that I've been given. And hopefully, if you are going to do any business dealings with Mai Summer Vue, you will be cautious. I'm Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.